At the height of the American industrial age, wealth was no longer counted in gold or land. It was counted in output, efficiency, and control. And no man understood this transformation more clearly than Andre Carnegie. Carnegie did not see money as a reward, he saw it as a mechanism. To him, wealth was not something to be enjoyed, it was something to be engineered, disciplined, and expanded through calculation. Every dollar was a tool. Every expense was a weakness, every inefficiency was an enemy. This philosophy would make him one of the richest men in human history. It would also trap him inside a system that could not survive its own success. Andre Carnegie's financial worldview was shaped early by scarcity. Born into poverty in Scotland and raised among struggling immigrant families in America, he developed an intense fear of dependency. Security, he believed, came only from control over income, production, and risk. He learned early that wages were fragile. Ownership was power. From his earliest investments, Carnegie focused not on innovation but cost reduction. Where others saw factories, Carnegie saw ledgers. And in those ledgers, he saw opportunity. The cornerstone of Carnegie's financial empire was vertical integration, a strategy that would redefine American capitalism. Carnegie did not want to compete on price alone. He wanted to eliminate every external dependency that could threaten profit. He bought iron ore mines to control raw materials. He purchased railroads and barges to control transportation. He built coke ovens to control fuel. He modernized mills to control labor efficiency. Each acquisition reduced uncertainty. Each acquisition increased leverage. But vertical integration also required constant reinvestment. Machinery aged. Infrastructure expanded. Technology evolved. Carnegie Steel became a machine that demanded perpetual capital just to maintain its dominance. The system worked, so long as markets cooperated. Carnegie believed deeply in economic cycles. During downturns, he did not retreat. He expanded. He cut prices aggressively even at a loss, forcing weaker competitors into bankruptcy. Then he bought them. This strategy earned him a fearsome reputation. Carnegie Steel survived the panics of 1873 and 1893 not by caution but by endurance. But survival came at a cost. By the 1890s, Carnegie Steel was operating on razor-thin margins. Its profitability depended on continuous production and stable demand. A prolonged downturn or a sudden shock could have turned dominance into disaster. Carnegie knew this, and it terrified him. Despite his public confidence, Carnegie privately feared debt. He borrowed strategically but never comfortably. He hated banks. He distrusted financiers. He believed they profited without producing, extracting value rather than creating it. Yet as his empire grew, his dependence on capital markets increased. The irony was unavoidable. Carnegie's industrial machine was becoming too large for an individual to sustain. Control was moving from factories to boardrooms. Finance, not production, was becoming the ultimate source of power. And at the center of this transformation stood J.P. Morgan. Morgan represented everything Carnegie resented and feared. He did not build steel, he controlled it through capital. He consolidated industries not by efficiency but by absorption. Where Carnegie optimized systems, Morgan centralized authority. As competition intensified and markets fluctuated, Morgan saw instability. Carnegie saw vulnerability. By the late 1890s, steel prices were volatile. Global competition was rising. European producers were modernizing, labor costs were increasing, technological upgrades required massive capital expenditures with diminishing returns. In 1900, Carnegie made the most consequential financial decision of his life. He chose to exit. Morgan offered an unprecedented sum, over $480 million. It was not just a purchase price. It was a valuation of Carnegie himself, his systems, his discipline, his ruthlessness. Carnegie accepted without negotiation. The speed of the decision shocked even his closest associates. Why? Because Carnegie understood something others did not. Peak dominance is the most dangerous moment in any financial empire. By selling when he did, Carnegie avoided exposure to the next generation of risk. Corporate inefficiency, antitrust pressure, global competition, and market saturation. It was a flawless exit, and yet, it marked the beginning of his downfall. With the sale, Carnegie surrendered control. His wealth was converted into bonds and trusts, safe, static instruments. His money no longer moved markets. It no longer shaped industries. It was preserved, not deployed. Meanwhile, U.S. Steel, the corporation born from Carnegie's empire, struggled. Its scale made it slow. Its bureaucracy diluted accountability. The ruthless efficiency Carnegie enforced personally could not survive within corporate governance. Profits stagnated, innovation slowed, competitors adapted faster. Carnegie watched from the sidelines as the system he built failed without him. And for the first time, he could do nothing. In response, Carnegie reinvented himself, not as an industrialist, but as a philosopher of wealth. He argued that accumulation was only the first stage of responsibility, that true success lay in redistribution. But this philosophy contained a contradiction. Carnegie's fortune existed only because of extreme financial discipline, cost suppression, aggressive expansion, and strategic elimination of competition. The generosity came after the danger was gone. Critics accused him of moral laundering, transforming extracted wealth into public virtue, that financial systems evolve beyond individuals, that the very strategies that create dominance eventually render it obsolete. He had mastered the economics of steel. He had failed to master the economics of permanence. Andrew Carnegie did not lose his fortune. He lost relevance. He exited at the perfect moment financially and discovered that survival is not the same as victory. Today, his name endures, but not his methods. His wealth is scattered across institutions. His steel has been replaced. He also proved that no system, no matter how efficient, can escape the limits of its era.